you very much, Senator Durbin, and it is wonderful to have all the dreamers here. I know that you speak not just for yourselves, but for the thousands and thousands in Oregon and around the country. So we are so glad that you're here. Second, you all should know that members of the United States Senate make choices about how to use their time. And I think my youthful new colleagues, relatively new, but certainly youthful, probably don't know that nobody in public life has spent more time than Senator Durbin advocating for dreamers, and we all should appreciate what he has done. And I will just tell you, having talked to so many dreamers in my home state of Oregon, what it means to see young people living in a cruel and hellish limbo, because I think that is the only way to describe what young people who are dreamers are going through. And what I have been struck by in all of these meetings is how you always walk away and say, dreamers have done everything right. They've done everything in line with what we hope young people will do. They work hard on their grades. They're involved in the community. They're helping their families. And some of these accounts just rip your heart apart. I remember once recently hearing from a young person who described volunteering for the community law enforcement program. And the sheriff just thought this young person hung the moon. It was just terrific, wonderful volunteer. And at one point he came back. And he was very sad and very down about the news. But he said, I think we really can't use you here anymore because of the legal implications. So that's what we're dealing with. And as Senator Durbin, touched on, Donald Trump and Stephen Miller, on behalf of the president, have been out there working overtime to criminalize immigrant communities and rip families apart. And the prime target are the dreamers who are up here today. And I will just tell you, if Mitch McConnell will let this come to the floor of the United States Senate, I very much share Senator Durbin's view. I think we're going to get bipartisan support for this if we have just the chance to have a debate. Now, I'm sure all of you in your civics classes and the like scratch your head and go, I thought that's what they're supposed to be doing. I thought that's what you got an election certificate for, to have a debate. So that's really all we want. The battle in the courts has somehow managed to keep some measure of protection, intact. But what we've got to do is get a permanent solution.